Hello, hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. Let's see if I can adjust it. We have two blended Scotch whiskies. Um, One is aged 12 years, the other one has no age statement. So first, Ballantine's Finest. It's okay on its own. It hasn't been doing very well in the taste challenges. There's the insignia with the two flags, unicorns holding up two Scottish flags, a griffin with a sword, a knight's helmet, a shield showing a river, a copper pot still, a whiskey barrel or cask, as they call it, and a shock of barley. All right, the competitor, Dewar's blended Scotch whiskey, aged 12 years, the Ancestor, true Scotch, as opposed to fake Scotch. So there's Dewar's 12-year, the Ancestor, the company founded in 1846. John Dewar and Sons, John Jr. and Tommy. There's the certification for the royal warrant. By appointment to Her Majesty the Queen, official whiskey of the royal family of England, Scotland, Wales, Tristan da Cunha Island, Gibraltar, and lately until November 30th at midnight, Barbados. All right. Price. Ballantines, $27.99 for the handle. $27.99, that's what it's going to cost you. Dewar's 12-year, the Ancestor, $48.99. So $48. $21 difference. $21 difference. BC's Beer Reviews. Old BC's Beer Reviews. We missed you last night on the liqueurs. Fandango Friday, but I know people are busy. We actually had so many people, it might have been best because it gets so overwhelming when you get so many people. It went on over an hour, not because we were goofing around. It just took that long for each person to describe their product. But we did miss you, BC. Good morning to you. Then we got liqueurs next Friday. Now, starting January 1st, as of January 2022, it's going to be liqueurs and or liquor, any sort of liquor. So we're going to expand it. Any liquor you want to bring or any liqueur. So you might want to bring Glenlivet 12-year, Miles's gin. I'm going to stick with liqueurs because I got so many, but we're going to expand it, give people a easier time at it. All right, so here we go. Metal cap. Make sure it's B for Ballantine. Okay, built-in pourer. Now these big boy bottles, the extra size, they call them handles because it's got like a handle on it where you can grip it because they're heavy. You need to be able to grip it. These are the best value per ounce generally. Almost every time you buy, they're the best value per ounce. Of course, you better hope you like it because otherwise you're stuck with a huge bottle. Sir Myers' rum and Southern Comfort, which rum is best? Well, Southern Comfort's not a rum. Amart Rocaya. I've never had Southern Comfort. I've only had Southern Comfort Tabasco barrel, so I can't really comment. Got a foil cap cover. Got the 3Ds, interlocking Ds. And got the plastic cap. It's actually a plastic cap. So the Dewar's family sold out, and now it's owned by Bacardi. Same thing with Ballantine. The Ballantines family sold out, and it's now owned by Chivas Brothers. Chivas Brothers. Of course, the Chivas Brothers don't own it either because Chivas Brothers sold out, and they're owned, and that was a long time ago, and they're owned by Pernod Ricard, because Chivas Brothers was a division of Seagram's for the longest. Seagram's went defunct. out of business in the year 2000, and Pernod Ricard and Diageo largely bought up their relics. A few other companies got a hold of Seagram's products too. You can say I poured a little bit too much. The danger with these built-in pours is that it really flows out. So there's a dark gold, amber, and here's lighter gold, but they're both pretty dark. Now, is this going to really be that dark after 5 years or so? I don't know. I doubt it. In the used barrel, do they add color into Scotch whiskey? Very often, caramel coloring. They do that with American blended whiskey, American blended bourbon, Canadian blended whiskey, Irish blended whiskey, blended Scotch whiskey. Are they required to add caramel color? They're not required to do it. They're allowed to do it. They don't always do it. Sometimes you'll say, boy, this whiskey is unusually light. It almost looks clear. Like that King Square, I'm finished with that. I ran out of it from Auburndale, Florida. That thing was like almost a clear liquid. It had just a yellow tint to it. And that's probably because it was aged in used barrels for about 3 years, 4 years. And yeah, at least 4 years. I had no age statement. At least 4 years. So you get that very pale. Now, I would prefer if no whiskey company added color in. That's my preference, because then you get the real color, which would be in most cases washed out. Like, wouldn't look like much now. I have a suspicion, can't prove it, but I have a suspicion that a lot of these dark beers really aren't so dark. They add color into it. I know Foster's does because it says it on the label, caramel color added. We know that Newcastle Brown Ale used to have caramel color added, but in 2014 or 15, they got away from that, went to the natural color from toasted and roasted malts. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Caramel coloring is the most common food coloring in the world. It's made from browning sugar in a pan, essentially. Of course, they do it at an industrial level. You understand? It's not like they have these cooks in a little kitchen browning sugar in a pan, but you get the point. That's what it is. Okay, so, and then, well, I mean, you could buy caramel color at most grocery stores in their spice section and food coloring, cake, baking section and everything. All right. Yeah. Smells like cereal grain. You say, oh, wow, not this again. I don't know what else to say about these products. Same with beer. I did a beer yesterday, Lucky Street from Anheuser-Busch, light beer. Well, it smelled like cereal grain because that's what it's made from. These smell like cereal grain because that's what they're made from. Mostly corn, like 80% corn, about 20% single malt barley whiskey, malted barley. Some have wheat added. Some will have rye added, depending on the brand. Those are cereal grains. If you got a bowl of cereal and you ate it, I'm talking about the grown-up cereal at the top shelf, the one the little kids never ask for, and they hate it when you give it to them. The ones that it has no toys in it. The cereals that have a coupon for Depends, those type things. So that's what these taste like. Okay, S69 Country. I love morning drinking. This is a intermission from last night, laughing out loud. Well, you got to watch those kind of things. It can catch up to you and ruin your life. All right. And this smells like cereal grain as well. It's a little different in the sense that it's got more of what does that smell? I can't identify smells too well. I never could before or after I got the virus. But in other words, I can smell it, but I don't know what that's supposed to be. Like some kind of yeast fermentation or I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not going to pretend what I don't know. Cheers, taste. Oh, by the way, my prediction, my hypothesis is if I take a non-age statement, $27.99 handle bottle of blended Scotch whiskey, and I put it into a taste challenge against a 12-year age handle of blended Scotch whiskey, then the 12 year is going to win easily. $21 price difference. Oh, by the way, I did not pay $48.99 for Dewar's 12 year. David and myself, my friend David, who does video reviews with me from time to time, we both got a bottle at Mathern's for $14.99. True story, no lie. $14.99 for a handle bottle of Dewar's 12 year. There were 3 bottles in the discount basket. Now, someone asked me, why didn't you buy the other one? You bought 2 and left 1 there. Well, there's only so much Dewar's I need, and why not leave it for someone else? I can go to Elio's today. Elio's Wine Warehouse, right off of US Highway 90 in New Orleans. You just pull in, it's right next to Tulane University. And I can buy a case, 12 bottles, full-size bottles, 750 milliliter bottles, a case of Canadian blended whiskey, James Fox, for $50. $50 a case. No, but I don't need it. What am I going to do with it? I could give it away as a gift. $4.17 a bottle. But the problem is, most people I know don't drink liquor of any sort. And if they did, it would only be a certain brand and it would never deviate. Most people I know drink a certain brand and never deviate. Why is that? They got a fate. They tried something, they liked it, and they stuck with it. And that's it. They're never going to change. You think people are adventurous with alcoholic beverages? Wrong, they're not. Most people aren't. I sure bet that you were really enjoying that Dewar's. I am. Sir Jim Beam and Jack Daniels, which is best? I can't just answer those kind of questions right now. They're both good. Have you ever tried Jack Daniels Gentleman Jack? No, I haven't. Only one half an ounce. It was like literally maybe 1 ounce at the distillery. Beer Hounds Beer Reviews. Bill says, howdy, Ron. Hello to you. Going from that 1 little ounce, it was fine, but you can't really make an assessment off of that little sip. Wish I hadn't poured so much. Damn it. I just don't feel like drinking these. That. Okay, I got to take. Okay, well, okay. I got to take more sips. This got me a little struggled right now. A little, you know what I mean? It's a little tougher than I had believed. You see, that first one's got a kind of a harsh bite to it. It's like, kind of rough, like it's not aged long. See, the aging will take the roughness off of it, smooth it out, take that bad bite away. Yeah. Ooh. Why do you think when you get on the Ballantine's website, the first thing they talk about with this product is, now look at all the cocktails you can make? First thing. I mean, they give tasting notes, aroma notes, and whatnot. But they immediately go into, let's look at the cocktails, because that's what it's made for, a mixer. It's not really designed for what I'm doing, sitting here sipping on it. That's what the 12 year and the 18 year are for. But then we can't get them in America. Well, maybe you can in America. I can't. I've never seen them. Never seen them. Maybe in Canada, Belize, Jamaica, the Bahamas, some other Commonwealth countries. But I haven't seen them. Smooth. Cereal grain with a little nuttiness, like bread dough. Now, I'm not going to overplay it. No. I'm not going to sit there talking about, Ballantine, Dewar's 12 years, the most fabulous Scotch in the world. It's really not that fabulous. It's sort of like kind of bland. It's like Dewar's, the 3 year age, whatever that age is, 5 or whatever they the non-age statement Dewar's white label. That one's okay, but it's got that bite to it, that kind of grit your teeth, like this Ballantines here. But the 12-year smooths it out. Now, I'm not going to sit here saying how great the 12-year is. The guy up the street, well, his mother-in-law lives up the street. He was staying there for a while, him and his wife, but he was talking about, oh, it's so wonderful. He was going on and on and on about how wonderful it was. That didn't bother me. I didn't take exception to it. I just wasn't convinced. I was thinking to myself, I'm not going to challenge people with this kind of thing. And I'm not going to challenge them, in a hangout, especially a live or even a recorded duo review. But, well, David, I might, because he's experienced in this and he's seasoned in it. He can really stand up and battle up. But, some person down the street that's dedicated to one brand, you're not going to go after him. But I was just thinking, why, what's so great about it? It's okay. I mean, it's even, well, you would score it in the A range, A minus, A range, you would. But it doesn't mean anything really, because there's so many others in that range also, or higher in the range, that have much more elaborate flavors. That's why people get confused with me sometimes. They'd be like, well, you gave this one a 97 and you gave the other beer a 93, and that's only 4 points difference. And you were saying the 93 was sort of bland, et cetera. And all. It's a quality assessment. Some things are designed to have low profile flavors, and I think people don't grasp that. Everything has to be like Lucky Charms cereal. It doesn't all have to be like that. Stark, roaring flavors. They can just be mild, mellow, be high quality. Some are mild and mellow, and well, they're not that mellow, and the quality is poor. They don't taste too well. I'm effect loyal, not brand loyal. Right, effect loyal. What and when made you decide to stop using curse words? 1989. What made me? Just going to church and reading the Bible and figuring it was a bad example. And plus, just bad to do. It's like, learn to talk, just speak better. Use more respectable terms. I mean, it takes no effort to be low grade. You know what I'm saying? There's no effort in slumming it and just using crude words and making, just being common or boorish. So to be common or boorish, there's no effort in it. It's like keeping your house messy. Well, how hard is that to do? You say, well, my house is messy. I've got books piled everywhere, dust everywhere. It's clutter, and I barely ever clean it. Well, it takes no effort, does it? No, it doesn't. No, the effort comes into being tidy and neat. Make your bed every morning. Does it take any effort to be overweight and out of shape? Nope. How about being in shape and in a proper weight and have low blood pressure like myself? That takes effort. But you get in a habit, becomes habitual, and then you can't feel correct any other way. Like if you saw that bed and it wasn't made, it just grate your nerves, So I figured doing better is a lot more valuable than doing worse, Kessler is smooth as silk. Yes, it is. And I'm going to buy some, but I'm not buying it right now. Well, I don't need it. It's going to be so many months before I get back to American blended whiskey. We're talking about, I'm saying 6 months, but it'll probably be more like 4 months. So right around March, I guess. But yeah, go to Total Wine, get a bottle, handle. I'm going to have to buy the handle because it's all they sell. Now, if I find a $7.50, will I buy it? Yeah. Assuming the price isn't too different. I'm not going to pay 20 cents an ounce if I could get something for 5 cents an ounce, especially since Kessler is really good. It's sad that the company makes no effort to promote it. It's almost like they're ashamed of it. I don't know. Beam Suntory is a weird company ever since they got bought out by the Land of the Rising Sun people company. But what do I care? I don't own it. It doesn't really impact me. It doesn't, except that it impacts me in the sense of I'm trying to do internet research. It does when they got no website. Yeah, it impacts me. All right, I'm gonna say this with the Dewar's 12. It's a lot better. It's $21 better. Talking about the handle. I don't know about that. That's pushing it, and it's probably $10 more on the regular size bottle. One more sip, then I'm going to decide. Even if I choose not to decide, I still have made a choice. Do what you want. I'm going to choose free will. All right. Yeah, baby. This is to do it. I guess you could say it's worth it. Arguably. Would I pay more? I mean, I got it for $14.99. So the price I paid is so aberrant, so detached from reality in most cases that it's not even worth mentioning. And you might say, it's not fair. It's not fair that you get a huge bottle of Dewar's 12 for $14.99. I didn't say it was fair, but it's an opportunity, and I don't pass those opportunities up. When I found the signature rum, Appleton Estate signature rum for $9.99 at Mathern's, yeah, I bought it because it's at least $10 cheaper than everybody else. Yeah, When did that happen? When did what happen? When did what happen? All right, here we go. I got to go watch the news, you all. It is the Dewar's 12. Ha, 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 ha. Well, I'm sorry, Ballantines. You just ain't making it. But once again, I only bought the product. I didn't make the product. I'm just evaluating it. So we'll do it again. You want to see another fiasco? Watch tomorrow morning when it's Ballantines Finest versus Dewar's illegal mezcal rum mezcal finish. Talking about it, that'll be such a mismatch. It'll be embarrassing, really. Oh, it'll be a wipeout. A wipeout. Holy smokes. I saw something behind you to your left. Yeah? There's something moving back there in the dark. I don't know what it is. I hope it's not Pazuzu.